this video, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass that's kind of funny. That how can you give a rat's ass? The ass of the rat isn't yours to give, so let the rat keep his ass. Or you can pick up a rat in tandem to somebody else's ass first, and yes, you're giving a rat's ass. And if the other person wants to accept the rat ass first, to give a rat's ass, you're sort of offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person if he wants to accept. So I'll have another saying too, that in some certain things, that if a rat's ass should really be offered or even given about a particular subject. So that's what I say about tolerance to a certain thing. You can say sometimes you give a shit. There's some and I also have a thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. It's there's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even offered? You know what I mean? Alright, what's up, yins, guys? Time for another video. Some pretty funny shit that I've come across on YouTube. Freaking hilarious. I just love it. Way to go, dude. Divide and destroy. That's definitely what we need. Take away the power of some of these mentally ill idiots. I never thought I'd be speaking highly of Dawkins, Richard Dawkins. I said, even in other videos, I regard it as annoying. I mean, don't get me wrong, I always tell people right away so they can't play that card with me. That you must be some Christian conservative. Said I have my beliefs separately, but I want people playing that card with me when I kind of made fun of people all like a worship Dawkins like he was something big. But this shit is funny as hell. I happened upon this. It's a few-day-old video, and I'm trying not to laugh and talking about it. It's getting interesting. I mean, this shit is like, I don't know, like watching cartoons or watching a funny-ass soap opera drama. It's like a big fucking comedy. Yeah, Richard Dawkins kind of got a whatever award he got at some kind of award. You could go look at the videos and find them. They're there. He got some award taken off of him as his punishment. Dawkins getting canceled. Made a lot of us and a lot of YouTubers actually on the side of Dawkins because the transgenders are bitching. Well, what he said is, since Dawkins doesn't believe in religion, right? He believes in everything science, and he claims to back science and all that. But even though he was on one of the top 10s list, like Dawkins was on a list of awful people or something. Like I'd have to bring that up again. I listen to him top 10s, but that's another subject. But wow, he sided against the transgender thing, and basically saying that according to science there are only two genders, which I myself believe there's only two genders, and anything else anybody wants to be, that's their fucking business. Don't shove it down my throat. I don't have, like I said in other videos, all I believe in, just like Dawkins probably believes in, not to put words in his mouth, but I myself believe in, don't do anything to anybody because of whatever gender they want to be, or because of their race or whatever, because they're gay or something. Don't do nothing against the law, of course. That's all you're obligated to do is refrain from doing anything against anybody that's against the law. And you're obligated to do that. Common sense, right? But you're not obligated to take any time out of your personal life to coddle
or worship any of these people or participate in any other shit for anybody's fucking solidarity, you know. Especially when you got better things to do, like sit there play some kind of video game on one of your phones or iPads. I think that's more important. But you know, don't do nothing. That's all you need to do. Don't do nothing against the law. But anyway, because of his beliefs, and he believes in science, science and facts. And as far as Dawkins is concerned, he believes science and facts. He believes that the science and facts are that there's only two genders. Well, he's right. Yeah, he's absolutely right. And like I said, there are only two genders, just like Ben Shapiro says in my book. Yes, there are only two genders, and my way of putting it is anything else anything else anybody else wants to be, that's on them. That's their business. I'm not obligated to coddle them. And like I said, just, you know, as long as you don't do anything that's against the law, threaten anybody's life, you know, you're obligated to obey the law. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't got to be repetitive. Common sense, but this is like hilarious as hell. And then if you got this far in this video too, Dawkins is also sticking up for J.K. Rowling. And I knew the J.K. Rowling drama before when everybody turning against her, trying to cancel her or whatever. She cried to the bank for her millions. And I said before, you know, a couple years ago, I never gave a shit about Harry Potter books. I mean, I don't hate anybody that likes Harry Potter. It's just, you know, kids, you know, stuff. I had other things to do. But ever since people were trying, I myself, not even to speak for Dawkins, he's sticking up for J.K. Rowling. But before that, me and other people were, like I said, I didn't give a damn about the Harry Potter stories. It's for kids. But ever since people were trying to cancel J.K. Rowling because of, J.K. Rowling wants to believe there's only two genders and she don't believe in doing anything against anybody. It's against the law. Leave her alone. Cancel her what? Is J.K. Rowling required or obligated to coddle anybody that identifies as another gender? No. They're required to just don't do anything against the law and all that I just told you. Is Richard Dawkins obligated to coddle anybody or take any of his personal life, put aside any of his personal life to make time to coddle them? No, he's not. He's only required to not do anything against the law. That's that. And if you got this far in this video, this also is why I have my favorite saying about giving a rat's ass. And yeah, you can offer up the rat's ass, pick up an actual rat. If I had a toy rat, a stuffed rat to present to you as a prop, I'm going to get one. If any of you guys that know me personally closer by want to get me a toy rat that see this, go ahead and bring it. But, you know, if I get a toy rat instead of a real rat that might bite me, people have these pet rats too. Pick up the rat, hand it to somebody ass first, right? I can't force anybody to take you're offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person to accept, you know what I mean, in a metaphorically sarcastic way. So, you know, to give a rat's ass, you sort of are offering up because you can't. Just like real facts and realities, or the metaphorical equivalent to that rat's ass when you offer up. So whether you want to, sometimes you want to decide if a rat's ass should be offered or given. When should a rat's ass be offered or even given? When should a shit be given? When should a fraction of a shit even be offered or given? When should a fuck be given? When should a damn be given? That's kind of shit you've got to be asking when something turns into a kind of a paradox on many topics, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know what I mean? makes you kind of have more respect for Dawkins. I mean, I used to, before all this other shit, I used to regard, like, just like I said, even if you're kind of annoyed by hypocrites, like on the stage, preachers that, like, make millions of dollars and they have fancy airplanes and then don't really care about the poor like they say they do or whatever. If you have a problem with that, but then you also have a problem with these pseudo-atheists, just in a bandwagon with Dawkins and Darwin and evolution, it's amusing, in the shadows. Well, I'm thinking to each their own. If anybody, they're nice to me, I'm nice to them. I don't really give a shit. I mean, I don't try to judge every single atheist on the planet or every single Christian. I also believe that I personally believe there ain't just a far left and a far right. The far right is divided, and there's the right when you take the right, putting the left aside, it has a far left and a far right, and there's people, for example, you can be on the right and some asshole somewhere. Doesn't mean some other asshole on the right that has a power trip, like some boss supervisor in the workplace, at their convenience, right? You can be called a right-wing wacko or whatever at their convenience if you get smart with them and you don't get along. And the left, you got the left that sticks up with all the lowlights. The left's divided. The left can have a left and a right. You know what I mean? The right has a left and a right. It can be divided. Damn, noisy ass vehicles, goddamn it. But anyway, and the left can have a left or a right. That's why you call it the far left and the far right. A left you can sort of work with about the poor and they're nicer to you, and you got the far left that stick up for every single lowlife. And, that story, that's a shit topic of a whole other video. And same thing too. I don't give a shit about anybody's affectional preference or what gender they want to be. That's on them. They would do what they want to do. Yeah, you can pass somebody and be cordial to them and not threaten their life. That's the extent of it. You know what I mean? But anyway, I think that's about it. It is what it is.